Hi, everybody. Welcome to another day of school from our houses. Silly Miss Jilly here. I'm so happy you can be here with me. We have a really fun lesson planned for the time that we have together right now. We're going to start with a song. But before I even press play, I have to show you something. Do you remember a few videos ago, we planted some zucchini seeds together? And I put it over here in my window. Can you see it? Okay, let me get it. Look at what happened. I'm turning it around in a circle so you can see it from all angles. This is the little pot that we had put 3 seeds inside. 3 seeds. You remember we counted 1, 2, 3. And if I can show you, we have one plant here that grew from 1 seed. Another plant here that grew from seed number 2. And seed number 3, it's right there. It's hard to see. It hasn't popped out of the soil yet, but it will today probably. So there we go. There is the update on our science experiment. What is gonna happen next? That's our next job as a scientist, to ask another question. So the seeds came up, but now what does it need to grow? We're gonna have to pay attention. Okay, that was the biggest news I had to share. I think I'm ready to press play.
Hello, hello, Hello. It's wonderful to see your face again. Hello, hello, in case you didn't know, it's super nice to have you as my friend. The wind might blow, it may rain or sleet or snow. You never know just what the sky might do. Whatever kind of day, everything is A-okay, 'cause it brought together me and you. Hello, 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 H-E-L-L-O, I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U.
What did that part there say? Let me write it down. I'm gonna erase the hello. It said I-L-O-V-E. L-O-V-E-U. Y-O-U. Press play again.
The wind might blow, it may rain or sleet or snow. You never know just what the sky might do. Whatever kind of day, everything is A-okay, 'cause it brought together me and you. Hello, 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 H-E-L-L-O, I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I love you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I love you.
Do you remember? Hello, hello, H-E-L-L-O-I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I love you. It's true. And you know who I love? I love lots of kids whose name starts with the letter S. S for Sky and Sinai. I love lots of kids whose name starts with the letter J for John and Joe Reese. I love kids whose name starts with the letter X for, do you remember whose name starts with X? Xavier and Zyliana. I love kids whose name starts with the letter K for Carter and Kaylee. I love some kids whose name starts with the letter N for Nico, Nevaeh, and Tinu. Let's see. Oh, two more. I love a kid whose name starts with the letter E for Elias. And I love some kids whose name starts with the letter L for Leo, Lamari, and Lily. Those are just some kids that I love. We'll have to talk about more on another video. Okay, so we sang our hello song. We looked at the seed. Now it's story time. This is a new story that I have. I really, really love it, and I think that you will too. It is called From the Stars in the Sky to the Fish in the Sea. Look at this incredible drawing, this illustration. Wai-Yant and Ching made this illustration, this picture. And I see a little person and swirls and stars and horns, maybe a tree. What could this be about? We look for some clues. I don't see any clues on the spine other than the title again. This is the back of the book. It says, it's a magical time between night and day where a child is born. Oh, all right, let's open it up and see what happens. Once upon a time, in a little blue house on a hill, on the edge of town, a baby was born. They were born when both the moon and the sun were in the sky, so the baby couldn't decide what to be. Boy or girl, bird or fish, cat or rabbit, tree or star. So the baby looked a little like everything. They looked very strange. So there's the sun and the moon. We're both in the sky, and here's this little blue house. All the same, the baby's mother gave her child a bath and wrapped them in her arms. Your name, she said, is Miu Lan. And she sang a song that her own mother had sung to her long ago. Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be. From the stars in the sky to the fish in the sea. You can crawl like a crab or with feathers fly high. And I'll always be there. I'll be near standing by. And you know that I love you till the day that I die. And even though they couldn't decide, the baby felt loved. Miu Lan grew up to be a strange, magical child who was always changing. They grew feathers and wings to fly with bluebirds in the morning, scales and a tail to swim with the fish in the afternoon, and fur and paws to play with puppies in the evenings. No matter how many things Miu Lan became, their mother always brought them back into the little blue house, gave them a bath, and tucked them into bed at the day's end. And as the stars rose, she sang, Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be. From the stars in the sky to the fish in the sea. And Miu Lan felt loved. One day it was time for the child to go to school. They were so excited. They grew a tail of peacock feathers and a coat of tiger stripes. Have fun, said Miu Lan's mother. But when they got to school, the other students were either boys or girls. They had no feathers, no scales, no leaves, no fur, no fins, not even any sparkles. No one invited Miu Lan to play. One little boy ran up to the child and asked, "What are you supposed to be?" Miu Lan didn't know how to answer. When they came home, their mother asked them how they liked school. "It's okay," said Miu Lan. "Did you make any new friends?" "Not really," said Miu Lan. That night, Miu Lan's mother tucked them into bed and sang, "You can crawl like a crab or with feathers fly high, and I'll always be here, I'll be near standing by. And you know that I love you till the day that I die." And Miu Lan felt loved, but also worried. The next day they wore a turtle shell and porcupine spines. No one pulled or poked Miu Lan, but the other children still pointed and whispered. "Did you make any friends today?" asked their mother. "Not really," said Miu Lan. "Now kids, look here at Miu Lan. How are they feeling?" "Probably not very happy. Miu Lan just wants to make some friends, but it seems to be a challenge." Let's turn the page and find out what happens next. That night, Miu Lan's mother tucked them into bed and sang, "Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be. From the stars in the sky to the fish in the sea." And Miu Lan felt loved, but they also felt a little sad. The next day, Miu Lan wore no feathers, no scales, no leaves, no fur, no fins, no shells, no spines, not even any sparkles. Miu Lan was invited to play baseball with the boys. No one pointed, whispered, laughed, or stared. But when Miu Lan joined the little girls playing hopscotch, "Boys don't play hopscotch," said a little girl. "Are you a boy or a girl anyway?" asked a little boy. "Didn't you have a shell the other day?" asked a little girl. "And feathers the day before?" "What are you supposed to be?" said several children at once. "I don't know," Miu Lan shouted, and galloped out of the playground on horse's hooves, swam through the stream with the fish's tail, and soared up the hill on an eagle's wings. "How was school?" asked Miu Lan's mother. "I wore feathers and stripes so that the other kids would think I was beautiful, but they thought I was weird. And then I wore a shell and spines so that no one would pull or poke me, but they wouldn't talk to me. And then I tried to be just like everyone else, but I haven't made any friends. I can't decide what to be. Why do I have to be just one thing?" Poor Miu Lan looks so upset. sighed Mother. It isn't always easy to be different from everyone else, said their mother. But you can only be who you are. What if the other children don't like who I am? Sniffled Miu Lan. Their mother smiled sadly. I don't know, she admitted, but I do know this. Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be, from the stars in the sky to the fish in the sea. And Miu Lan felt loved. That night they slept a deep, deep sleep. The next day Miu Lan wore fur, feathers, scales, leaves, and many sparkles that glittered like stars. For a moment, none of the other children spoke. Then a little girl said, You can fly? That's so cool. I like your sparkles, said a little boy. I'm sorry I pulled your feathers, said the boy with the red hair. I was a little jealous of them. Miu Lan asked, Does anyone want to play with me? They showed the other children how to gallop like horses, climb like monkeys, and swim like fish. It was fun to be many different things. And the child of fur, feathers, scales, leaves, and sparkles, who was neither boy nor girl, but many things, and always changing, felt happy. In the little blue house on the hill, on the edge of town, Miu Lan's mother smiled and sang the song her mother had sung to her once upon a time. Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be, from the stars in the sky to the fish in the sea. You can call like a crab or with feathers fly high, and I'll always be here, I'll be near standing by. And you know that I'll love you till the day that I die. Whatever you dream of, I believe you can be, for you are my child, courageous and free. The end. Wow, what a story. Let's think about this for a minute. Go back to the beginning. So at first we saw this little creature friend. We didn't really know what it was going to be. But then we realized it's not a boy or a girl or a fish or a tiger. They are many things. I really love this page. Imagining to be a bird in the morning, swim like a fish in the afternoon, and then have fur and paws to play with puppies in the evenings. I would like to be all those things. I would like to be loved, have a parent who takes good care of me, get tucked in, have big emotions, and have friends. I see that this little boy is giving them a compliment. I like your sparkles. I especially love that all the kids look happy playing together. All right, darlings, that was a lot to talk about today. I think it's time that we turn off the video and say, hasta luego, nos vemos.